Alright guys, Delzinski here, and there's going to be lots of updates today because, as I've said in previous videos, Raw was that damn good. It was amazing. And the final segment of Monday Night Raw most definitely did not disappoint. Now, this had been built up all evening. At the start of the night, we saw Daniel Bryan come out and hit the ring, and he was only to be interrupted by the game, Triple H. Triple H came out almost to interrupt the ceremony of yes chants between Daniel Bryan and the fans because the crowd was electric at Monday Night Raw last night. New Orleans blew the roof off the place. It was so good. Full credit and massive respect to that crowd last night. It felt like that crowd was hotter than WrestleMania. Now, Triple H came out and he was pissed. He was annoyed. And he came out and he said with Stephanie McMahon that tonight he's booking himself in a rematch with Daniel Bryan and that Daniel Bryan's world title reign will be short-lived and he will be crowned once again WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Now, to this point, that is an epic main event. What a build that was going to be, and throughout the night WWE built this feud very, very nicely. It was almost a case that, you know, the Authority needed to get the job done, and that's what we saw throughout the evening. First of all, we saw that Triple H was had a bit of a backstage meeting with the likes of Randy Orton and Batista, the new faction which I like to call Ortista. And it was interesting because Batista and Orton were like, hey, you put yourself in the main event. What about us? What about our rematch? And Batista was saying, look, I came back. I won the Royal Rumble. I was supposed to face the champion one-on-one. And you and Daniel Bryan pretty much stole my thunder. So what the hell are you doing again tonight? We want to get involved in our rematches. And it was the same with Orton as well. He was saying he wanted to cash in his rematch clause for losing the world title. And Triple H was like, look, you'll both get your matches at some point down the line. But tonight, it's about the game, and the game is going to take back the gold. So almost Triple H hinting that, you know, these two guys are going to get their title shots, but tonight it was focusing on what's best for business. And what's best for business was Triple H winning the championship. Now, Triple H then decided to book Ortista in a match with the Usos. This was pretty much, it wasn't a squash match, but it didn't have any value on the tag team championships. The belts were on the line, but Ortista didn't seem to care about that, and they just obliterated the Usos, and it led to a double count out. So it was almost like a filler for Orton and Batista. As well, we saw another backstage segment in the night, again, rallying the troops and trying to get everybody in line to make sure that they weren't going to ruin Triple H's night. And this was between Stephanie McMahon and the other members of the Authority with Kane and The Shield. And as we've seen after WrestleMania, The Shield destroyed Kane's team. And this was reiterated by Dean Ambrose, where he said, hey, Kane, where's your buddies tonight? And he was implying that, where are the New Age Outlaws? And Kane looked pretty damn pissed off at that comment. Now, Stephanie, she was laying down the law, and she always lays down the law. When Stephanie talks, you listen. And also when she wears shorts, she's definitely got your attention. But she pretty much put everybody in their place. She said, look, this is the night we need to get it together. Nobody is going to ruin her husband's night, and nobody is going to ruin him becoming world champion once again. She said to Kane, you need to get yourself in line. She said to The Shield, you need to get yourself in line. This was sort of met by reluctant responses, but the ultimate understanding was that they all knew they had to get the job done. So we left that segment feeling that, although it was reluctant, everybody was on the same page. But as things work out in the WWE, nothing ever is expected. And it most definitely didn't work out that way because, as we've all seen in previous months, The Shield, they seek justice. And they are the hounds of justice. And justice will be served in the way that The Shield seeks fit. And again, it was in the main event. Now, in the main event, we saw Daniel Bryan come to the ring first. A bit of a pet hate for me. Why does the champion always come to the ring first these days? It doesn't make any sense. The champion should come out second. He should make the challenger wait. If anybody knows why they do this now, please let me know via the comments box below, because I find it very frustrating. But that's another rant for another day. Back to the story at hand. Daniel Bryan came out, hit the ring. Yes chants again. The crowd are electric because it has been an absolutely epic Raw, and this main event was going to be epic as well. Then we had an interruption, and Ortista decided to come out. Yes, Randall, Keith and Dave made their way down to the ring and proceeded to beat the living crap out of Daniel Bryan. At this point, we get a huge bolt of fire come out from the ramp, and here comes the big red machine, Corporate Kane. Kane comes down to the ring, and he does exactly the same. He adds insult to injury to Daniel Bryan. This brings out a very happy Tribiachi, aka Triple H. He is absolutely beaming with what has gone down, and Stephanie comes down as well. At this point, everybody's beginning to think, is this an Evolution reunion? And please tell us that, you know, Daniel Bryan is not going to get another 24-hour reign. Is he going to actually make this out of Raw? Triple H then tells the referee, ring the bell, ring the bell. And he does so. So this is really worrying, because I thought if anything's going to happen, it's got to happen before they start the match. And then Triple H begins to size up, you know, the cerebral assassin begins to weigh up how easy this is going to be. And that is when we hear the Shield's music. And down comes the Shield to the ring and interrupts. And as I said, they always seek justice. Now, it was a really, it was a goosebumps moment. The crowd were chanting, this is awesome. As we had on one side of the ring, we had Kane and Ortista, Randall, Keith and Dave. And on the other side of the ring, we had Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, the Shield. In the middle of the ring, we had Daniel Bryan out on his back, because he was still suffering from the attack. And we had Triple H. And then Triple H became the mediator. He was almost saying, look, get your shit together, guys. This is not happening tonight. We're not having a war here between you lot. This is about me. This is about the game. This is about what's best for business. And it really did feel like a fantastic moment. The Shield, you know, did not back down. The Shield just stared down Randall, Keith, Dave and Kane. And Triple H was beginning to feel, oh my God, this is all going to crumble. Was the Authority going to fall to pieces? And at this point, as he thinks he's got it under control, he turns around and Roman Reigns spears his arse off. Yet Roman Reigns spears Triple H and all hell breaks loose. The Shield taking down Ortista and Kane, and then it was a really, really fantastic moment having Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose suicide dive through the middle rope and take out the whole lot of them. That was an epic moment. It was a real, real fantastic segment, and ultimately the foundations of the Authority are falling to pieces. Yes, it looks like the Authority is beginning to crumble, and the final moment and the picture that was left in my head was what I saw. The match didn't really get going. Triple H almost bailed out again. It was another sort of style ending with somebody trying to walk away and, you know, live to fight another day. And you could hear Triple H screaming, "You wanted a war, you've got a war," as they look to the ring. And you've got the Shield standing alongside Daniel Bryan, almost like they are the protectors of Daniel Bryan. It was just amazing. And do you know what it puts in my head? That it's like the new breed of, you know, the new guys. This is the way forward, and it's versus the old school. and it's versus the Authority, and that's how it feels at the moment. And you've got, you know, the Evolution guys, you've got Ortista, you've got Triple H, you've got Kane, obviously Stephanie watching on, and then you've got the new blood, the new breed of the WWE, the guys that are going to take this company forward in Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and obviously the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Daniel Bryan. It was most definitely worth chanting, yes, 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 because it was a great ending to Monday Night Raw and only can lead to bigger and better things. The Authority versus the new breed is going to be a real hot storyline. This seems to have massively delayed the fact that the Shield are going to split at the moment. But what is really great about this is this story has definitely got wings to it. There's a lot they can do with this storyline now. And the heat between, you know, Orton, Batista, Kane and the Shield. I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. The other great thing as well is the fact that Daniel Bryan didn't lose the belt. So, hooray! That's big news. It looks like Bryan's going to be in for the long haul. I don't really see him dropping the title anytime soon, albeit that he's going to have some big feuds with the likes of Triple H, Randy Orton and Batista. So guys, let me know what you thought of this final segment. For me, Raw was great. Raw was brilliant, and this almost culminated in, you know, how good it really was. The crowd were electric, and Raw needs to be like this every single week. I know it's like a one-off because it's the Raw after WrestleMania, but why not? Why can't it be that damn good every single week? Let me know your views, your comments on the final segment of Raw. What do you think is going to happen? How do you think this is going to play out moving forward? Are we going to get heel turn from the Shield? Is this all just a plan by Triple H and ultimately they are going to turn on Daniel Bryan? I don't think so. I think the Shield are going to become the protectors for Daniel Bryan. It is epic. So guys, let me know your views, your comments. I look forward to reading them all. And yeah, Raw was epic. So until next time, please rate, comment and subscribe. And Triple H, he is worried because he has got a war on his hands with Daniel Bryan and the Hounds of Justice. This is Delzinski, signing out.